This session will be turning right from the main road to a side road. We are going to be using the same routine. Can you remember what it is?
Yes, I checked my mirrors, indicated, slowed down and then turned. After I turned, I made sure I looked behind me.
Can you remember what MSPSL stands for?
Mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look.
Because we are going right, which two mirrors do you think we're going to be checking?
Center, then right door mirror.
What do you think we are looking for in the right door mirror?
Anything likely to overtake me.
Yes, that's correct. More vulnerable users like motorcycles or e-bikes. This time we are going to signal up for right. Position next to the white line. We want to be roughly 6 inches away from the line. That's going to be difficult to judge, so we're going to give you a reference point in the car. We position that far over, so if it's a wide enough road people can get past us on the left. We've got to get our speed down. Similar speed to when we were turning in. What we see determines if we need to go a little bit slower. What gear is normal for 10 to 12 miles per hour?
Will I be in second gear?
Yes, that's right. Look to see what's coming towards us. We are going to be crossing the path of that traffic, so if we can walk across we should be able to drive across. Depending what we see in the junction and whether there are any pedestrians waiting to cross, determines when we can proceed. There is a lot to think about, isn't there?
Yes, quite a bit.
If we have enough time and we can see it's safe and there's nobody waiting to cross, we will be able to turn straight away. We'll line it up so the white line is just touching the edge of our mirror, opposite the middle of the junction we are going to go into. That's when we'll do the turn. Do you understand?
I think I do.
If we have to stop, we are going to stop about a meter back from the center line. The reason we do that is we want to keep our wheels nice and straight. If we turn our wheels and somebody hits us from the back, what's going to happen?
Will it possibly push us across the road, and potentially be hit from both sides?
Yes, that's correct. If our wheels are straight and we are hit from behind, we will go in a straight line. We are going to stay back, and that means, when we do move forward, we can line it up with our reference, and we're not doing dry steering. Do you know what we mean by dry steering?
Is dry steering turning the steering wheel without moving the car?
Yes, good. We are going to edge forward and then steer. The steering we do to turn right is one full turn. Once we get about 2/3 around the corner, turn full circle back. We are looking for pedestrians, parked cars, etc., and we are deciding, can we get across or not? Sometimes we get what we call protected areas, where we drive into the protected area and that means traffic can keep flowing. The principle is still the same. If we can walk across, we can drive across. If we need to stop, we'll stop a meter back from the center line and then creep round. If the protected area is smaller, we can drive over the chevrons to get into the box if we need to, if it is safe to do so. You can also get what you call a dedicated lane, which is longer, so we can go in there straight away. Do you understand?
I understand.
Right, let's proceed.
Yes, let's have a go at it.
We are going to take the next road on the right. Looking ahead, you can identify where the junction on the right is, where the vehicle is emerging. But we can also look for dropped curbs, gaps in houses or trees. If the junction isn't visible around a corner, there may even be a road sign, warning us that a junction is imminent. Center and right door mirror. Signal up for right. Ease off the gas. Get the speed down to about 10 miles per hour. Brake nice and gently. There's nothing coming, so it's safe to proceed. Clutch to the floor. Into first gear. Now look to the right. Feeding the steering wheel, turning a full turn to the right. A little bit more? It's coming back. Stay to the left. Check your center and right door mirror. Into second gear. Well done, let's make progress down the road. Remember, when you move on to the right turn, It's a little harder than the left turn. You may need to allow your student more time. Again, if necessary, break it down to bite-sized pieces. You'll know when they are probably ready to move on from guided to prompted, if you are saying check your center and right door mirror, and there's a long wait. It means they aren't ready to move on. If they do it straight away, they are probably ready to move on to prompted. Once they are processing it fairly quickly, you can start moving them on to prompted. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I can't expect everyone to take on board everything at the same speed, so I need to judge how they are doing, and be prepared to change the lesson plan to suit. It makes sense.
Give yourself time to get the words out. It's okay to get them to come in slowly, in order to give you that time. You can change some aspects to prompted and some guided. For example, you are good at the mirrors and signals, so how about I just remind you about them, and talk you through the rest.
So, the kind of thing I would ask the student on the approach would be: we are going right, so which 2 mirrors will you check? When are you going to put that signal on? Which way will you signal? What speed will you be approaching at? What gear will you be in? What road position will you choose? Is it safe to proceed? Where do you need to look?
Yes, exactly. Change your questions round, as your students get used to the same questions over and over. If they're doing well, use backdoor questions. For example, check the knowledge of MSPSL. So, what's the first thing we're going to do? Now what? After that? What are you going to do now? Now what? We might not say it, they might just do it. That is why you need to watch them. Fault ID only works if you watch the pupil. If they miss anything out, you'll see it. Independent is keeping quiet and watching the pupil. The next part, we will do a prompted segment, okay?
Great. Let's get on with it.
We are going to take the next road on the right. Which mirrors will we use?
Center and right door mirror.
Which way should we signal?
Signal up for right.
Where are you going to position the car?
As we approach the junction, I'll move to the center of the road, just to the left of the center line.
What speed and gear should you aim for?
I'll get the speed down to about 10 miles per hour. I'll get down to second, but I'll be prepared to go down to first.
There's a car coming. Do you have enough time to turn?
I don't have the time to walk across, so I'm going to change to first gear and prepare to stop, if I need to.
Good. Now which way should you look?
I'll look to the right. It's clear for me to proceed.
Where should you look now?
I'll check my center and right door mirror.
Well done. Let's make progress down the road.
I'll change to second gear.